G'day all, welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'll be Nat, this will be my Knackers Yard. This will be a gap for the beast because he's slung over there at the moment. It is early o'clock. I don't know why I'm up quite so early on a bank holiday Monday, but hey. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do some relatively quiet stuff. The tank is pretty much sorted. I got a bit carried away late last night and did it. And I'll show you that at the end. I'll keep you waiting. Looks good. Spoiler alert. What do I want to do? What do I need to do? Well, what do I need to do? My clocks rattle, and it's distracting because it's otherwise a big solid beast and you go over a bump and you just hear. So this nose cone's a pain in the arse to get on and off, but I'm going to take it off and see what I can do with that and sort that out. It will make no visible changes to it at all, and it looked like I've wasted my time, but it is necessary. The bit that I really want to do is when I sorted out these headlights, I kind of codged it. So it's run off I mean, the wiring complete on this is a bit of a codge, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix. But I ran it on a long lead from the back rather than dig through and unravel electrical tape to try and find it, which is fine, I don't mind that, but it's because I've needed the extra resistors on it because it's got LEDs at the back. I plumbed them at the front because it was what I could get to at the time. And what I want to do is smarten up the wires at the front, black them out so you can't see them. You've obviously got the two from the LEDs at the top as well, so just smarten it up and make it look better, and put these resistors, the flasher converters, at the back. Now I know I could get a LED flasher unit, but I haven't got one. I had these kicking around, so I want to dump them under the seat where they're less visible and get that squared away. First things first, so let's get this nose cone off. Right, I don't really look forward to the end of projects, but I'm looking forward to never having to do that again. That's just an utter arseache. So I've lifted it at the back, put some rubber grommets underneath it, so we should, you know, it's not tapping on anything anymore. Right, now to have a look at this wiring. So what I'm going to try and do is, I've got it all of them earthed off the same, you can't see where I'm looking, there we go. I've got them all earthed off the same bolt, so it's just the live that runs back. I don't mind the earth working that way, but it's the rest of it that does me. Right, well, the best thing I could probably do is try and find some black sheathing to push through there. Let me see what I can find. I don't really want to be wrapping loads of black tape around everything, but let's see what I can dig out. Right, and there we go. A long time later. This wiring takes me ages. Well, no, it's not wiring, it's making sure it looks good as well. So what I've actually got there is some really old pipe. Come in! Some really old air pipe, actually. Just wrap some tape around it, and it just looks so much better, I think. So wired, I do now need the two earthed and live through from the front, so all the way back through my unit. Job's a good one. Right, eggs. Then I'm going to do the other side. Right, and there we go. The abortion that is the wiring on this bike has been slightly tidied up, but only slightly. I'm not going to rattle through the lot, but it's better. But more importantly, and the reason I was doing it in the first place, the functional end, i.e. the bit that you see, is bang on. Well, it's bang on. It is a lot smarter. Right, I'm going to throw it back together and we can have a look at how this tank looks. I'm looking forward to that. Cool. Well, the tank's back on and I've got no leaks, but rather than show you, why don't I get it all back together first? Okay, we're there. Yeah, let's go for the big reveal, shall we? pretty good. That is by far the best dent repair that I have ever done. Absolutely no mark of it at all. Unfortunately, it's not the best paint job I've ever done. I've got one little dint there. My cutting around has worked, and I'm not sure if you can catch it on camera, but there is a slight line around it. And you really get it when the light hits it correctly, but splitting hairs, really splitting hairs. Cap's come up nicely. I've got a couple of little blemishes on it that I don't quite understand how I got, but it looks good. It looks really good. Helped by the fact I've chucked on the little illegal plate, the little legal, non-legal, there you go, that doesn't sound quite so bad. And I've even sorted out the height of that. I just slid it back down the side, and it's just given me a bit more space. I've had to grind down the bolt slightly on the outside, but that's fine and all good. Right, I think we're ready for the market. I think what I need to do, I've never actually washed this bike, believe it or not, so I might give it a bit of a clean up. In fact, first things first, let's just hoik it up and down the hill just to make sure that everything's running right, nothing's snagged, etc. And I can try out a slightly different setup that I've got on my helmet. Thanks to Half Dead Biker for advice on setups of microphones, etc, etc. He did suggest putting it in the cheek rather than in front of the mouth. It's a bit of a pain with my modular. I can't do that because the camera's on the jaw, but I have tried moving it around a little bit, so I'll give that a bit of a go, and we'll just hoik this up and down the hill. Right, be right back. Right, let's just go for a quick hoik. Whilst trying not to hit my wife's car. That is brilliant. Whew. Right, what a brilliant bike. Alright, and I'm done. Would I keep it? Oh, I want to, but I know Charlie, the motorcycle rescuer, mentioned this on his last upload actually, but the problem with bikes is that you want to keep them all. I would love to keep that as a weekend run around. Just purely I'd have it as a commute bike, frankly, but the Thundercat is just so comfortable to commute on, and it's more measured than this. This thing is mental, but it would be great to fuck around on weekends with, or indeed commute with if you've got balls of steel. Oh, what a fantastic bike. Right, all I'm going to do now is give it a bit of a clean. By clean, not the paintwork and everything, because that's fine. I've polished the tits out of that. But it's a quick go over the wheels, and might be a tiny element of patch painting while I'm doing it, just to get it nice and smart, get it all nice and clean, roll it all out on the road, take some glory pics, and get this out on the market, I think, because it needs to be enjoyed, and as we're rolling into summer, it's the time to do it. Right, that'll do me. I hope you enjoyed this bike. I certainly have. It seems to have gone really quickly. It has gone really quickly. This bike has really enthused me, and I tend to rattle through them quickly when they capture my imagination. And it just goes to show that something a little bit different like this just captures my imagination a little bit more. Right, that'll do me. I'll chuck up some pictures, post a bit of a clean up, and those that are going to go on the Facebook marketplace for the bike. Thanks very much all. Catch you later. Ta-da.